Just wait. Okay, so what I did was, again, I multiplied to get rid of that, and again, the inequalities flip. When you multiply or divide by a negative, that's when things flip. All right, Grace, what comes next, please? Yeah, you can either distribute to -2 or divide by -2, whatever is better for you. Okay, so let's distribute here then. So change to 0 is less or equal to -6x minus 10 is greater than or equal to -15. All right, Robin, what happens next, please? Okay. Now, by the way, on your page, you don't have to do this on your assignment, write out what you're doing, but I just recommend now to write those down now, so when you're looking to study for your test or your exam or whatever, you're saying, why did I do that? By leaving yourself a little note here will help you to really get that done, okay? So that should be then 10 is greater than or equal to -6x, which is greater than or equal to -5. All right, Tristan, last step is what?
Divided by -6.
Good. Great, thank you. Okay, so that should turn into -5/3. So it's less than or equal to x. It's less than or equal to 5/6. All right, now just so we're clear here, we need things in lowest terms. So the left-hand side really is 10 over -6. So I just went in lowest terms to 5 over -3. Yeah. Because whenever you multiply or divide by a negative, whether it's multiplying or dividing it. Okay, no, yeah, it's just like if it's a negative, you're multiplying or dividing it. Okay, good? Okay, I'm going to move on here now to quadratics. Okay, because linear is too easy for you guys because you guys are grade 11. Okay, quadratics is easy too. Okay, so don't worry, it'll be fine. Now, people, if you're fading out of today's class, I haven't said that this year too much, because you guys are an excellent class, I control this. This is the part to really fade in and focus, okay? If your mind is on something else other than this question, like slap yourself in the face, whatever you need to do, no, don't actually do that, okay, right? But this is the part you need to be aware of, because people mess up this one here a little bit. So here we go, example 4. Okay, so this one says bracket 2x plus 1, bracket x minus 4 is greater than 0. Okay. Now, this one is tricky to do. This is the way we're going to do it. There's two ways to do it. One is with an interval chart. I'm not going to do that. You will do that in the advanced functions. Okay. But the way we're going to do this is we are going to, number 1, find the roots. Number 2, do a very rough sketch.
A very rough sketch.
Okay, number 2 is a mandatory step. All right, because what people will do, Matt, is on their test, they will just try and say both those are greater than 0, which are not. And number 3 is find when the graph is above 0. Okay, this has to be like root, so it has to be like that. Sorry, go ahead. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, because I just went to lowest terms, right? So it was, sorry, good question. So I had 10 over -6. I just went to divide them both by 2. That's just the lowest term. All right, so let's start with roots here right now. Emily, I'm going to pick on you. If that was equal to 0, what would the roots be on the left-hand side? Okay. Okay, so if I'm graphing this on my graph, those are my points. Okay, so I'm going to do a very, very rough sketch. This is how rough the sketch is going to be. You want to see it? Here we go. You're not getting marked for the quality of your graph. There's my rough sketch. All right. Julia, how do I draw 4, 0? 1 second. How do I do 4, 0? Yeah, there's 4, 0 and negative 1 actually. Grace, you have a question?
Where did the negative 1 come from?
Oh, sorry, we went too quickly here. So what we did was 2x plus 1 equals 0. That's just think the same way as the roots here for that. Okay, so there's my very intercepts here for this. Now, here comes the tricky question. Will this graph open upwards or downwards? How do we know? Some people are whispering upwards, which it is. Why is it upwards?
It's greater than 0.
No, greater than 0 is not going to do it. A is not going to be 1, incorrect. What's A going to equal? You are looking at the A value. A is going to be positive. If you were to FOIL that out, 2x times x would be positive 2x squared. Right? So A would be positive. It's going to open like this. Okay, so here's my very rough sketch. Do I care where the vertex is? No, I don't care about anything. What I do care about is when is that graph above 0? Luke, go ahead.
It's beyond. It's above 0 beyond the zeros.
Yeah, very good. So I'm going to just draw a little dotted line. You don't have to do this, okay? Basically, I'm saying this is what you want and this is what you want. How would I write that? If I were to use like proper greater than less than notation. How would I write that on the right-hand side? Oh, come on, guys. Please try. How do you write that? We just did a lesson on asymptotes here. Imagine this is an asymptote. How do I write what this is? X is greater than 4. Thank you. How do I write what this is then?
X is less than 4.
Right. Okay. Now, the other way you can do it is with an interval chart. I will draw the interval chart. This is not mandatory for this question. I will do an interval chart for you if you want. Okay. So it's going to be the same thing as we did before. So we're going to do f of x. We're going to have 2x plus 1, x minus 4 overall. My intervals are going to be x is less than negative 1/2, negative 1/2 is less than x is less than 4, x is greater than 4. So this is the same thing we did before. Okay. My test point here is going to be negative 2. My test point here is going to be 0. Test point there is 5. Negative 2 times, so it's negative, negative. So this is positive. So it's above 0. 0 plus 1 is positive, negative. That's that negative, which it is between there and there. And here that's negative. Well, if you'd rather use this, you can use it. If you like the graph, use the graph. Okay. So what the sort of the intervals there are based on the x-intercepts. And if you're saying that's just for proof, when you get to advanced functions, they will give you a graph that looks like this, and you'll have to do an interval chart guaranteed like that. Okay. So this is just giving you experience. I did not require this of you, but if you find this better than the sketchy, roughy, sketchy graph, do the interval chart. Okay. Okay, questions and fears, because this isn't easy. This is a quadratic. People are scared of quadratics. Yes?
5 minus 4 is, or 5 minus 4 is 1.
Yes. Also, 10 plus 1 is also positive, thank you. Not too excited. Right, because 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is positive. That's good. Yeah, that's right, thank you. All right. Okay. Do you get the logic on what happened there? So if you don't like the interval chart, ignore it. But the 1, 2, and 3, find the roots. Okay. Do a very rough sketch. The sketch is horribly rough. All right, and then finally find when the graph is above 0. Okay, it's above 0 because this says greater than 0. If this would have said less than 0, your answer would have been between negative 1/2 and positive 4. Yeah, question? This is just another way to do the question. Okay, right? So what I did was I just used different intervals. My first interval was less than negative 1/2, right? The second one's between 1/2 and 4. The third one's bigger than 4. Since we wanted the one the value is bigger than 0, that's positive. So it's positive when x is less than 1/2. It's positive when x is bigger than 4. So it's giving you the same answer in a different way. Well, it's not negative though. So no, but a negative just means it's below 0, right? Because these aren't asymptotes, right? It's just a parabola. So this is just the way the parabola looks, right? So those aren't. Okay. I'm going to give you guys one to try right now, and then I'm probably going to stop you and work on your worksheet, okay? So example 5, try this independently. Here we go. And I'm probably going to put this one on your test, something like this.
It's what we write, we just write, right?
Yeah, your answer would be this, right? That's the answer. Try again.
What did that say?
All right, let's try again here.
Okay.
Okay, this says 5x squared minus 3x minus 2 is greater than x squared plus x plus 1. Okay, can somebody please look to their notes and tell me what step 1 was? Find the roots. So if you want to find the roots, what do you have to do in this question? Now, yes, one thing before that though.
Set to 0.
Bing, 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 bing. So what you have to do first step is throw everything to the left-hand side so it equals 0, right? And then you factor and find the roots and all that stuff, okay? So did everyone hear that? Because that's the thing that trips people up on their test. They'll get this and they'll say, well, I can't factor that. I got to use quad formula. Don't do it, okay? So move everything over, okay, in fact, and then make it equal 0, factor it, then you'll get your roots and then go to town, okay? I'm going to pause the video, try it out. You guys can do this.